Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to Train Sim World 2 and Sandpatch Grade. So we're continuing our journey, fully fueled. We just went through a yellow signal. We've got another train, actually quite a way ahead of us now, because the next signal is also yellow. And we are, oh, that loco's loud. But we've got them full throttle, trying desperately to get ourselves anywhere near the 35-mile-an-hour limit that we're currently at before the rest of the train gets through the 50-mile-an-hour limit that we've just passed. But yeah, if you didn't watch the previous video, well, you should have done, because it was funny. Well, funny, it was interesting anyway. I thought so. Others may disagree. But yeah, so we are pulling rather a large train, and how actually we'll just do this. 13 miles all the way to the summit, which is apparently over there. And by the way, for those that don't know, that'll be 13 miles as the crow flies. Sadly, I don't see any crows, and I think that means we're doing a heck of a lot more than 13 miles. Because if that is 13 miles that way, it's a lot further than that. And it's quite a long train, as you can tell. So yeah, last episode we stuck a couple of trailing locos on the back. Is the end. Hopefully they're still there. I don't see them. Yeah, we're okay. They're still there. And got stuck at a red signal for a really long time. Bye, train. We got that little red flashing light at the back. Awesome. Well, we've made it through the 50-mile-an-hour limit anyway. It's so far ahead it had to load to get us back in the cab. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I'd save the game. We'll be doing that occasionally, just to reduce any slight technical hitches with the recording facilities. And yeah, I'm just doing it in chunks really. Could open the window, can we? Get some air. And do that just because it's fun. Why can't I hear the bell? Weird. So wow, look, it's catching up speed now, despite the fact we're going uphill. So the okay, so we've got a green signal. It's changed from yellow to green. So that other train is way ahead of us. Of course, now we're up at proper speeds. It's kind of going to be, isn't it, really, at the end of the day. So we've got 50-mile-an-hour limit still. Another one in 100 yards or so. That's a bit strange. Is that a crossing? Hey, now I can hear the bell. Headlights out, just, you know, checking all the settings. Settings are as was, you know, it can have a habit of changing stuff. It looks alright. There's my buddy. Hello, buddy. His name probably is Buddy. I mean, you know, we're in America, it's possible. Oh yeah, I left it back there. I beg your pardon, wrong button. There we go, that's what I wanted. Right. Ooh, what's that? 50. Another yellow signal in 2.3 miles, and still 13 miles to go, which just proves the old as the crow flies type thing. We are cracking along though, look at this. Nice. Gonna need it as well, because frankly, the gradient's starting to increase. But yeah, so this is supposed to be 2 hours in total, so we're now on part 2. I might cut bits here and there. You don't necessarily need to see me doing all of this. We snipped a few bits out in the last one, nothing major to be honest. Didn't save us masses of time, but yeah, basically we're heading up the summit, then we're going to detach those two locos at the rear, and I think park them somewhere. So what do we not need, really? Definitely don't need that. Is that all that does? Strange. There's a way to get rid of that. No, that I want. What I want? Oh, I don't want this. No, I need that one. Actually, do I need that one? Nah, that was the one. We don't need to see the points. I'm just trying to lose a bit of you know, keep us a bit of screen acreage sort of thing. But we've lost the distance marker in the distance. Distance marker. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. It's loud out there. Oh, it's pretty loud in here actually. Yeah, that didn't make a lot of difference. But we are coming up on our speed limit. Actually, we could do worse than to get rid of that. So yeah, so we can start to slow a little bit. Well, not slow, but reduce the power. We're coming up to our 50 mile an hour line limit. Not sure of the next 50 miles an hour. Probably it's one we don't really need. It's probably the signals, to be fair, because I could look at those on the map or I can see them on the screen. But let's keep the next speed limit, because if it suddenly drops, I won't see that in time, because I don't know the route yet. But they only come up when you need them. So nearly at 50. Green signal. I'm not sure why it's green at the top of the enemy, but I think that means green. Yep, it does. Now it's gone red. Obviously you don't always get speedo marks, that's actually really hard to tell. You see, now we're 14 miles away from Sandpatch Summit. We've gone even further. To be fair, this next bit's going to be a little bit dull. So we could wait until we start going through the curvy twisty bits. Maybe I'll catch up with you then. Because to be fair, lovely though it is, the scenery is pretty similar. That's as high as that can go, yeah, apparently. It's pretty cool though, isn't it? So maybe I'll maybe I'll catch up with you in a bit as we start to get into the twisty bits, or if something else interesting happens, we'll see. I know it's not really what you're here for, but these trees are amazing. They really are. And I know as you go further up, they get a bit more sort of blurry and blobby. But if you don't, you know, look at the individual trees, just look at it as a sort of a tapestry, if you will, of tree colour. Well, I think it's pretty cool. It looks really good. Right, so yep, still got a yellow and a green this time. I don't know what that means, I'll be honest. Still got a 50 mile an hour limit, which we are not going to make, I don't think. Hang on, so yellow and a green must mean that we've got a yellow then a green up ahead, right? Yellow. Ooh. No, that's the other way. Been fooled by that before. I don't know. I've no idea what's going on. Where's this other train? Hey, oh, there he is. He's in the twisty bit. Look at that. Wow, he's huge train. Anyway, sorry. I said I wouldn't hold you up on the straight boring bit. It was a bit straight boring. But look at that as a view back. That's really cool. Fair play. Anyway. Right, so we are coming up on a red signal. 1,000 yards to go. We've got an uphill gradient. I'm kind of assuming it's going to clear. But one probably shouldn't make too many assumptions about such things. So let's have just a wee bit of break. And there it is, and we're not slowing down anywhere near quick enough for my liking. That's better. So that was pretty effective in the end, and it should be. We have got a 1% gradient. I don't want to stop quite so far away. No, we've lost all the speed we had. Yep, now I've got to wait for the signal. Well, it's fine. We should just be able to creep up to it. Switch the bell off, eh? Gets a little bit annoying. Right. Try it again. Nah, no chance. We got no chance. He ain't having it. So folks, another red signal. Barring our way. Bar. Oh, and I tell you what, we're going to be slow to start again as well. 1.3% gradient. What? I better put it at full service just to make sure it holds. Right. We can probably switch the bell off now because we're not moving. Let's face it, it's a little bit annoying. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, okay, here we go. I was going to say let's have a look and see what's going on. Okay. Hopefully that means we'll move without rolling backwards. Hey, it worked. With a little bit of slip. Come on, you can do it. Wow, this is some hell of a hill start. Here we go, we're moving. It's got it. It's just bit. It's so slow. It's almost like the train is stretching rather than it actually moving. But it's moving now. Wow, that was just harsh. I mean, seriously. We literally stopped for about 10 seconds. Oh dear. Oh well, on the plus side, it will allow the train in front of us to get a little bit further ahead, and hopefully it'll be a while before we get another one of those reds. Now we're moving. Just gradually put the power on. Not even gone through the signal yet. Yep, can't risk it too much, otherwise we get wheel slippage. So still 14 miles to go. It's over there somewhere. Well, 14 miles as the crow flies, you know what I mean? Okay, well, we're not going anywhere very quick, so what's that? No, sleepers. Cool. We just risk a little bit more power. Yeah. Oh, nice bridge though. Bit of water just flowing underneath. Very picturesque. When it eventually gets here, it'll look great. It's coming. Here we go. Hey, nice. Okay, folks, where are we now? Well, we're getting to the twisty bit, actually. We'll get us up to a decent speed, and then I'll catch up with you in a while. We've got another red signal in 2.4 miles. This could be a slow journey. So we're inching ever closer at a whopping 13 miles an hour. We've made some progress. I'm just checking in a bit, really. Starting to head up into the mountain and into the valley, I suppose, you know, but with this constant sort of 1.5. It did drop to 1.4% at one point. But slow but impressive. We're chasing the lights, basically. So it's currently red. By the time we get there, it will have gone yellow. But yeah, I can't get over 13 miles an hour. I'm at full power, and we aren't going any faster. But we are getting to the twisty bit. So I got us a little bit further in. I don't know. I saw you around here somewhere, I think. So we're a little bit further in. Another nice twisty bit coming up, then a straight bit. Still quite a long way to go though, 11 miles, but it is starting to drop now because we are at the, I love the changing speed limit, yeah, sure. I haven't been over 13 miles an hour since we stopped at the last lot of red lights, or red signal. But I keep getting reminded that it's 25 miles an hour and I'm just like, yeah, I wish. We are at 1.4%. It's lovely though. I mean, it's just, you know, you've got the river down there. I might have selected myself a new thumbnail. All the trees in their various hues of green and brown. A bit of yellow here and there. It's, yeah, it's stunning. This is just the most amazing route. And now and again you just sort of curve around and you can sort of see the train in the distance, in the, you know, behind you in the valley. It's quite impressive. It really is quite impressive. Let's just speed on. There we go. Oh, that was good timing. $10 miles now. So we're getting there. I'm loving it though. I mean, this is absolute chilled out train driving. Oh, there's one of them marker poles. Aren't I supposed to pick them up? I can't do it with the camera, sadly. Yeah, I mean, it's just, oh, there's a bench here. You can sit on the bench, look, watch the train go by. But it is absolute chilled out train driving, because frankly, there's not a lot to do except sit in it, you know, enjoy the view and watch this most ridiculously long train going past. It's great. I love it. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but as my first experience of doing one of these, I think this is just fantastic. Clinchfield's a little bit like that. That's lots of really long, you know, long trains, relatively slow journey, though the gradient's not quite as extreme. It's not quite as bad, or the trains aren't as long or something. So you do get a bit more speed up, but there's one coming down the hill in snow, which will be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I love it, and it's so picturesque. It's a little bit greener and brighter than Clinchfield. I think because Clinchfield is coal, they sort of purposefully made it a little bit grey and murky and black here and there, you know, coal dust everywhere. So this is a little bit brighter and cleaner. It's lovely. We should put the thing back on, really, shouldn't we? What's going on? Right, okay, so still 10 miles to go, but it's still a bit twisty and turny, so it's really hard to tell. 1.6 miles to the next signal, which is still yellow, well, which has gone yellow now, actually. And 1.8 miles to a 30 mile an hour, and oh, we're doing a whopping 14 miles an hour. Okay, so I've speeded up a little bit. But I mean, this is just, you know, I mean, you really would, if you stopped at these lights just as the first locos went past, you really would go, yes, I'm just going to switch my lights off and I don't know, sit and read a book or something, because wow, you're going to be there for a little while. Here's the rear guard. Oh, 9.9 miles. Check us out. We're into single digits, or well, single, you know, non-decimal numbers anyway. You know what I mean? I'm going to wait for the thing to clear. Does it clear? Should do, right? It's not like there's anything we were in a rush to see at the other end. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's just on southeastern. Shame, really. It's cool though, isn't it? Look at that. That's just awesome. How far up the road can we go? Oh, not very far. Okay, better catch train then. That's going to think now. There we go. Oh, look. Landscape's changed again a bit. Oh, and just in time for a tunnel. Where are we? Yeah, only a short tunnel, but a tunnel nonetheless will restrict us in terms of camera for quite a while. Any more tunnels coming up? Yeah, got quite a straight section coming. Yeah, quite a short tunnel, but it does mean we won't be, there'll be no free cam for a bit or anything like that. It's definitely a sense of, you know, it's changed a little bit. We're at a mad 14 miles an hour. Nice, lovely little stream. I've opened the window because it's a nice sunny day. 9.8 miles to go. Well, just checking in. I'll catch you in a little while. So gradient's reduced. We are doing a mightily impressive 18 miles an hour, which does actually mean that we're approaching our speed limit. Yeah, gradient's only at 0.6%, so we did increase at 1.16%. then I'm just riding on the road actually, just in the car, driving alongside. Wow, 19% over. The gradient's gone back up to 1.1. Ooh, 1.3, and it's going up quick too. Oh, I didn't press the horn. Oh well, too late. Yeah, so that might mean if it goes up to 1.5, we might actually start losing speed again. But right now, we're flying. 8 miles to go. Nearly 20 miles an hour. So actually, looking at less than half an hour if we can keep this up. But that's 8 miles as the crow flies. And if you're not a crow, you've got quite a bit more work to do. Not massively though, but there's a twisty bit right towards the end, but we've done a lot of it. So again, man, it's so much fun. I'm loving it. I hope you don't mind me cutting bits out. I mean, to be honest, picturesque though it is, there's not. I could do it as a time lapse or something, but I don't think it fits very well with trains. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's just quite chilled, really. There's a train coming the other way, actually. I'll try and catch it if I can. I'll have a bit of that. Can't beat a bit of trains passing. 20 miles an hour. We are flying. Yellow signal in front of us. The other train's quite a way ahead, so I think we'll just keep at that sort of yellow to red, yellow to red. Or red to yellow rather, you know what I mean. 7.6 miles now. It's dropping. Oh, look at the school bus. Cool. Well, here's the other train. He's held at a red light. I've got to say, I'm not sure why. Here's our train coming. There's nothing in front of him, so I don't really get why he's sat waiting. Hello, you alright? How'd you do? That's cool though, huh? We dropped a little bit of speed because the gradient increased, but it's dropped again, so I don't know if we'll maybe get a little bit more power up. So he's kind of like a bit of a mixed bar. He's got 3 locos at the front. Jeez. Ooh, that was weird. Yeah, he's a bit mixed, this one. He's got a few of these sort of oil liquidy things. There's some box cars. A bit of everything, really. These sort of, I don't know what these are supposed to be. Some sort of bulk something. Look a bit like grain trailers or something, I'm not sure. Bulk goods, anyway, some description. Wow, and he's a big old train too. I don't think he's quite as long as we are. I guess we'll find out in a second. Ooh, another graphical thing, that's a bit weird. There you go. Yep, here's the end of him. So yeah, he's quite a mixed consist. Very mixed. Yeah, I don't really get why he's sat there, to be fair. I did have a quick look to see if maybe there's a sort of crossing point over the onto my track and he's waiting for me to clear at some points or something, but I couldn't see anything. Don't really know. So who's longer? I saw him. Us, but to be fair, only just really. Yep, he's still red. I don't know. Very strange. Oh well. Next signal 1.517 miles, 6.9 miles to go. Speed that distance really is dropping actually. This twisty bit will slow that up, but actually so we've got a last straight bit. I'll catch you up when we hit this twisty bit, I think, unless something else happens in the meantime to pique our interest. Ooh, 22 miles an hour. I missed that. Look at that. That's pretty good going. And again, the gradient's keeping low, so we might start to make up some speed, let's see. Amazing. Just amazing. Right, so let's see. Slight downhill gradient, we're nearly there, just under a mile to go. And we're actually going downhill now, so we're actually, I have to watch the speed a little bit. Might start to pick up a little bit too much speed. Though interesting enough, the speed limit is about to go up. So I suppose we've got gap. But I don't know how easy it's going to be to stop the train, so we hit change in gradient somewhere around here. I'm going to put a little bit of brake on just to take us back down well under the 30. Of course we've gone through the 35, but we've got to wait for the whole train to go through it, and that's quite a lot of train. So, ooh, 1.2%, okay. I have no idea how much stopping we're going to take. What we got, 0.8 miles to go. Now's not the time to fluff it up. After all this, we've got this far. Actually, initial reduction is just gradually easing this in. Once we hit 20, depending on where we are, I might ease off a little bit. But that 1.2% slope is worrying me. It's certainly a lot more effective at stopping than the Clinchfield trains are, given the amount of weight we've got. But I suppose equally there are 4 locos, so between them they've got a lot more power, and that also means power to brake. Okay, they're not immensely slowing down, so I'll give us a little bit more brake. Because once we hit that 0.5 miles and we're down to 1,000 yards, that's going to happen pretty quick. Not feeling a lot of bite from the brakes. Now they're starting to bite. And actually we've got a fair bit to go. So let's just, I'm just keeping a very close eye on this, concentrating a little bit. Drifting in at 16, that's not too bad. Kind of want to get this as close to being on the button as I can. It'd be lovely if I could remember which of the things was our... I don't remember. Anyway. Put the pressure back on. Down at 300 yards. And all of a sudden that 200 yards is coming up really quick when we're still going downhill on a 1% gradient at 16 miles an hour. It's a big old train to bring to a standstill. I won't point the brakes, so we'll just start washing speed off. That's the tricky thing about this kind of stuff. Just going to reduce it a little bit. Because you know what, that's not too bad. Oh, I can live with that. 5 yards. Thank you very much.
Great effort. You've definitely got the hang of this. Head back, unhook the rear locomotives, and park them up on the sidetrack. The CSX pickup should be there to meet you. See you later.
Look, you can mime too. Thank you very much. Have a good day. See you later. Okay. Oh, now we've got the half-mile walk along the side of the train, which you probably don't really want to join me for. Pretty though it is. And it is, it's lovely. Might as well quit with it though. Oh, it is good to stretch the legs after all that. That was a very long time sitting. I'll see you there, shall I? Well, I can hear them. There they are. Right. Oh, actually, we need to be on the other side, don't we? Oh, wheelbarrow. I don't know what the collectibles are on this route. I'll have to check. Yeah, I can't do it there. Yep, okay, so I need to go up there. Down there. Hang on. Lovely. I guess we got on the train then. Okay. Okie doke. Do that. Right. Reverse it to revoice. And then, actually, no, tell us too, but I'll switch this. Because it is now Dalid. Put some power on. Sound the horn. One should really. Lift off the brakes. Turn off the belt. I haven't got any lights on, have we actually? Put some lights on. Put the gauge lights on. Should be here. Let's put those on while we're at it. Why not? What the he? Okay. Right, so brakes are off. All the brakes are off, right? Oh no, the independent brake wasn't off. Okay, weird. All right. Why wasn't that off? That's odd. Maybe did I leave it on? Surely not. Anyway, we're flying now. So what do we got to do? 0.8 miles. Lovely. And we got 35 mile limit. All right, dropping to 30 and 600 yards, but we're still going uphill, so probably want to keep the power on. It won't take us long to drop speed once I take the throttle off. Yellow signal, so we're okay. I'm going to take that off though. Oh, and the gradient's changed. Let's drift down to 30, or do I need a bit of brake? Automatic brake back. Yeah, a little bit of brake, I think. Oi! Brake! Anytime you feel like it, actually. Okay, that's better. Sorry, I know. Could stick to the independent brake, to be fair. Right. A little bit of brake. Still going slightly uphill. I'm quite surprised we're not slowing down faster than we are, to be fair. Oh, mind you, of course, that's not the front of the train, is it? That's my position in Dakab. of the lead locomotive. Well, that's not bad, is it, really? 2 yards, there you go. Stop at location, sand patch side track. Okie dokes, reverse it to forwards. Getting too much better power because actually we're now going downhill. I just need to check, actually, points. Nope, got some red signals coming up. It looks like they're all automatic, so we get to this one, which is set fine. Okay, 300 odd yards to a red, which is well before our stop point. 20 mile an hour and 100 yards or so, so we need to be a little bit careful because we are going downhill. 17, okay. That red signal's coming up quick though. Probably push it a little bit closer. No, can't go it. Okay. And apparently we have to wait. Really? Alright. Another train coming? Because we've got to cross this line, so that'll be why we're waiting on a signal, I'm guessing. That's our train that we just left. But he's not got any impact on anything because he's on the other track. Well, I don't see anything that way. Anything behind us shouldn't make any difference because it's going away from us. Nope, still don't see anything. Okay. Oh, alright. Well, not really sure why I'm stuck here, to be honest. Well, how about I'll get back to you when the signal clears or I figure out what's going on. Just checking. No. Yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, so unfortunately I missed the very bit which it changed, but yeah, I basically had to go and do the whole thing again. I waited at that red light and I waited and I waited. And eventually I gave up. There were no trains moving, it wasn't clearing, I couldn't get a signal to go past, so I have run the whole scenario from the beginning without stopping, without saving the game. And basically I think it was that old bug. We get this now and again. If you save the game and you come back in, you'll get signal problems. That train that was stuck at that red signal, it sailed past me at one point as I was coming up the hill. Unfortunately I missed the exact, I went out to check my previous footage to figure out exactly where I got to, and I thought the game paused when you went out the game. Apparently not, so I came back in and I was over the limit and I just sailed past the signal at which I was previously stopped. Anyway, not to worry, we're here. We are now successful. Put the brake on, set the reverser to neutral, automatic brake to full service. I mean, literally I was 5 minutes away from the end. I even recorded me saying I haven't managed to finish, I'm not going to finish, in case I didn't get round to doing the full thing. But never one to to allow something to go. No, it's not telling me to switch those off. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna let it beat me. That's for sure. So, ooh, full shutdown. Cripes. Oh, that's a cool sound. Oh, surely I need to take the reverse key out, no? Duh. Nice. Oh, but yes, I'd done the whole thing again. It went pretty smooth. I mean, let's face it, there's not an awful lot to do really. But yeah, I saw that the other trains all sail past. No problems with signals anywhere. Yeah, shame I missed the exact cutover point, but still, not to worry. We are here, we are successful, and oh my god, I hope I get a gold medal. I did end up speeding a couple of places, but fingers crossed. Let's see how we did. Yes! Boom, get in. Actually, you know what, that was fun. Yeah, a little bit disappointing at the end, a little bit disappointing I had to redo it, but you know what, it was fine. What's that, R1? Oh, I see, because it had two different trains, different locos rather. It's actually, so what I did, it still took 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's only supposed to take 2 hours, and I literally just kept it running. There's something wrong. It was weird. The beginning, I didn't record it. The very beginning, I was a bit faster than I was last time, and I was ahead of the train that got ahead of us and changed the signal, but it was still holding me at a red light. And I was doing 15. The train to the side of me accelerated, and I still had to sit at that red light, and I still caught him up, and I still had to. I didn't stop at the next red light that we stopped at last time. I just drifted through it, but once you've lost that momentum and you're on the slope, you can't get it back again. Anyway, a witter. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I had to do it in 2 stages, and I know at the end was a bit faffy, but hey, we got there. That's all that matters. And yeah, it's fun. I actually really enjoyed it. So I hope you did too. Thank you very much for watching. Likes and subscriptions very much appreciated, as always. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.